How many friends do you have on Facebook? How many followers do you have on Instagram? How many friends do you have streaks with on Snapchat? And how many of these people do you actually consider close friends and have productive conversations with? Probably not that many. We're told that the purpose of social media sites is to create a virtual community that connects people from all parts of the world with essentially no boundaries in between. For example, Facebook's mission statement is to give people the power to build community and bring the world closer together. But is this really what these sites have done? Have we actually gotten closer to each other? Maybe in reality, social media sites have ended up getting us closer to people who are further away from us and driven us further away from people who are actually close to us. People nowadays have become so dependent on the internet and their newsfeed that going a day without looking at it would feel different and weird, even if all you do on there is scroll aimlessly. According to a recent study done, 45% of people feel worried or uncomfortable when email and Facebook are inaccessible to them. That's 14 of you guys who feel worried when you don't have access to social media. Think of it as people waiting to enter the store after the biggest sale on a Black Friday. You can only imagine how anxious and impatient those people would be. This is exactly how you and I feel when we lose internet connection for 30 seconds, and therefore our access to social media too. Even though social media has allowed us to connect to our old friends and provided us with a platform for instant communication, real-time news, and social activism, the true purpose of these sites has been defeated. Networking sites such as these have in fact done way more harm to us, our relationships, and our very well-being too. A case study done in 2010 showed that hypernetworking, that is more than 3 hours of social media per day, and hypertexting, that is more than 120 text messages per day, has a direct correlation with harmful behavior in teens, including drinking and smoking, etc. Hypernetworking has also been linked with depression, substance abuse, poor sleep patterns, poor academic performance, and a direct connection with suicide in extreme cases too. Daily use of social media sites has had a deep impact on our physical well-being as well as our psychological well-being too. As people spend more and more time on social networks, they experience way less face-to-face interactions. We have become a generation that feels better to have more sincere conversations with people we don't even know compared to our closest family members and friends. We live in a world where we have features like autocorrect, and before sending even a single text, we can filter ourselves so much. As a result, how genuine have we really become? Having more conversations online rather than face-to-face has had other underlying impacts on us. For example, when communicating online, we miss out on the importance of body language and also simply the act of looking at someone while talking to them. There's a higher chance that our words could also be misinterpreted by people because of lack of expression of emotions. In addition to that, watching how someone handles eye contact when you're talking to them in person can tell if they're being truthful or not, but when texting, you miss out on this. So next time when you choose to text your friend and not talk to them in person, realize that they're missing out on half the conversation. The sense of connection between your words and feelings doesn't exist anymore, and the excess use of social media networks is to be blamed for that.
But what is the solution to all of this? There may not be a straightforward solution right now to your social media addiction, but there are obviously other techniques and ways that could help you cut down your obsession with social media. First of all, you need to recognize that the problem actually exists. If we don't even acknowledge the negative impacts that social media is having in our lives, then there is no way we can do anything about it. Acknowledgement comes with realization and acceptance. Accept the fact that there is a dark side to social media that is changing the way you are as a person. It is indirectly affecting your personality, your mood, and even your relationships with other people. After acknowledging comes action. Set daily limits for yourself and strictly follow them, and maybe even reward yourself with a bar of chocolate if you're successful. There are plenty of other resources out there that can help you limit how much time you spend on social media daily. For example, an app called Off Time can help users unplug by blocking distracting apps like Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Another app called Moment allows you to set daily limits and notifies you when you exceed that, and there are plenty of other apps like that on the Play Store. But if you think that social media is overtaking your life completely, Give yourself a reality check by taking a holiday from these sites. Maybe even deactivate your account for a while. Also, make sure to tell your friends before, or else when you're back, all your friends on Facebook and followers on Instagram will be gone. Analyze yourself in the meantime and check if it helps. So now, take a moment and reflect on this. What effect has social media had on you? Has social media become your greatest ally or your greatest hindrance? And if it's the latter case, now you know how to deal with it.